They say women are drawn to looks, status, or charm. But here's the reality. None of that truly matters unless she feels something in your presence. Women sleep with men not because of what they see, but because of what they feel when they're around him. It's not the car you drive, not your abs, and not your bank account. It's your presence. The micro behaviors you display, the subtleties you don't even realize she's watching. And here's the truth that most men miss. Attraction for women is psychological, emotional, even primal. It's not built by words, it's triggered by cues that bypass logic and go straight to her instincts. So in this video, we're decoding the psychology. We're skipping the pickup tactics, and we're going straight to the 10 subtle habits that secretly make women want to sleep with you. These aren't tips, they're patterns. Behaviors that signal something deep about you without trying to impress her. Let's get into it. Number 1. You hold eye contact just long enough. Not in a creepy way, not like you're trying to dominate her. But when a man holds eye contact without flinching, it quietly reveals calm confidence. It says, "I'm not intimidated by this moment. I'm grounded." Women aren't scanning for dominance, they're scanning for presence. A man who can stay emotionally still in the tension of a moment tells her, without a word, that he can handle her. That kind of self-regulation, it's attractive on a level most men underestimate. Most guys break eye contact when they get nervous. You don't. You stay still, unapologetically. That alone makes her curious and turned on. Number 2. You speak less, but say more. The man she's drawn to doesn't over-explain. He doesn't fill silence with noise. Why? Because a man who feels the need to constantly entertain, impress, or justify himself is broadcasting insecurity. But when you're okay with pauses, when you speak with deliberate calm, when your words are chosen with intention, not desperation, you flip the psychological script. Now she's leaning in. She wants to know what you're thinking. And that intrigue? It creates a slow burn tension that builds attraction faster than any compliment ever could. Number 3. You don't react emotionally to challenges. Let's be clear. Women test men, not to be manipulative, but to feel your emotional center. She might tease you, she might disagree with you, she might even ignore you briefly. But the man who doesn't flinch, who doesn't overreact or explain himself, who doesn't try to fix the discomfort, that's the man she feels sexually drawn to. Stoicism isn't coldness, it's control. And emotional control, especially in uncomfortable moments, tells her you're strong enough to handle her emotional complexity. That safety, it turns into attraction quickly. Number 4. You don't chase her, you invite her. You don't call her 10 times. You don't text paragraph essays. You don't try to prove your value. Instead, you live fully. You're selective. You value her, but you don't need her. And your vibe says, you're welcome to step into my world if you choose to. That energy creates polarity. It's simple psychology. People value what isn't desperate for validation. When you stop chasing and start inviting without attachment, you become a mystery, a man she wants to figure out. And yes, sometimes that desire turns physical. Number 5. You're present without trying to impress. Most men try to perform in front of women. You're just there. You don't try to be funny, you just are. You don't try to impress, you just express. Women are wired to feel when a man's energy is authentic versus when it's performative. When you stop trying to win her over and instead let her see you as you are, calm, grounded, unbothered, that realness pulls her in. Remember, sexual attraction is often a response to emotional authenticity. You're not trying to be her fantasy, you're giving her something real to desire. Number 6. You touch with timing, not impulse. Physical touch done right can be electric. Done wrong, it feels intrusive. The subtle habit that turns her on, knowing when to touch. It might be guiding her through a door, a light touch on the lower back when walking beside her, a playful nudge when she makes a joke. The power isn't in the touch, it's in the timing. When your touch feels natural, not rushed, confident, not invasive, you create a moment that lingers in her memory. And the more she remembers how you made her feel, the more she craves more of it. Number 7. You're unapologetically direct, not rude. Not aggressive, just clear. You say what you want. You ask for what you need. You express yourself without filtering everything through the lens of, will she like this? Most men tiptoe around honesty, but women are drawn to men who are centered in who they are. When you say what you mean, with quiet certainty, it makes her feel safe and intrigued. Because when a man is clear in his direction, it signals leadership. And that sense of direction? It quietly builds sexual tension.
Number 8. You know how to hold space for her. When she talks, you listen. You don't interrupt. You don't fix. You don't rush to talk about yourself. You just hold space, with stillness. This might not sound like a turn-on, but here's what you need to understand about female psychology. Emotional safety precedes sexual desire. If she can feel seen around you without being judged or rushed, her body starts to relax, her guard drops. And in that space, desire quietly builds. A man who listens deeply, not as a tactic, but because he's truly present, is rare. And rare men are unforgettable. Number 9. You take the lead without needing control. Leadership isn't domination. It's direction without force. You plan things, you take initiative, you walk with purpose, but you don't need to control her. You simply create structure for her to move within. That habit, believe it or not, builds trust. Genuine desire only grows where trust is already planted. When a woman feels like she can lean into you without losing her freedom, something powerful happens. Her feminine side relaxes. And when she's relaxed, open, and emotionally safe, sexual chemistry follows. Number 10. You're comfortable with her sexuality without needing to possess it.
Most men either get awkward around a woman's sexuality or try to control it. But when you're calm around her sensual energy, when you don't flinch at her teasing, her expressions, her intensity, when you can hold that energy without needing to own it, that's when she feels free to express it even more. And that freedom, it turns her on. Because now she knows you're not intimidated by her femininity. You can contain it without caging it. And that kind of man? Rare and irresistible. Here's what most men never understand. It's not what you say. It's not what you wear. It's not what you buy. It's how you show up in the silent moments. It's how you hold your ground. It's how you make her feel when words stop. These 10 habits don't scream for attention. They don't try to impress. But they hit her on a level so deep she can't explain why she wants you, only that she does. And the best part? You don't fake any of it. You become it. Quietly. Consistently. Thanks for watching.